The mighty 747. Wow. Now, captains, I can still remember my first flight on the 747. I was 6 years old and I was sitting just behind the wing and I saw the flaps retracting and I was like to myself, what is going on here? But it's a memory that I still hold today, and it's the only aircraft that I hold valuable to my heart. Now, I know there are many aviation enthusiasts like myself who cherish the 747. They have fond memories of the aircraft, and it's very sad news to see that the 747 is now being retired from the skies. It's fair to say that the 747 revolutionized air travel as we know it today, and I think that it exceeded the expectations of Boeing themselves, considering how many airlines back in the days ordered the aircraft. Back then, air travel was just becoming standardized and it was becoming accessible to the mass population. Due to the influx of demand, there needed to be an aircraft to meet that demand, and the only aircraft that was available was the 747. Now, it's very sad news to see that the 747 is now being retired. And the question that we need to ask is, why are many airlines around the world retiring the Boeing 747? Now, there are multiple reasons for this, but the main reason at this moment in time is due to the pandemic. We know that travel demand has declined significantly, and running a 4-engine aircraft compared to a 2-engine aircraft is going to be significantly larger. This is also compounded by the fact that the older 747s require more fuel to operate compared to the newer variants. There's also the cost of fuel, which represents about 50% of the expense in running a long-haul flight. During these difficult times where cash flow is very restricted, it makes no sense for an airline to carry such a huge aircraft when they could be operating smaller aircraft on those very same routes, which is the reason, for example, Emirates is operating the 777 on many of their major flights and not operating the A380. Even though we're talking about the 747 in this video, the A380 is still a great example of this. Whenever there is a downturn in air travel, it gives the airlines an opportunity to restructure and prioritize the most important thing. At the end of the day, airlines are in business to make money. Even we as aviation enthusiasts love to see the 747. The reality is that airlines are not here to serve us, but they're here to serve the passengers. So, you know, it goes without saying, and it's a justified reason why the 747 is being retired. Another reason is ETOPS. Now, back in the days, it was far safer to operate oceanic flights with the 747 in case there was an engine failure. However, with the introduction of ETOPS and also aircraft such as the A330, the 767 and so on and so forth, there became no need to operate such a large plane when smaller planes could do the same thing. For example, if you were flying from London Heathrow to New York on the 747, you could now fly the 777 or the 767 or wherever it might be, fill more seats, and the economies of scale would also be matched. I mean, just look at the plane. Just look at the 747, guys. It's the large plane, right? And it's going to be very difficult to fill it to 99% compared to a 777, which is why many airlines are going towards the A350 and also the 787 because it serves a better purpose for their particular routes. Let me throw some good facts at you. So according to British Airways, to run a 747 for just 1 hour, it costs $38,816. And that's just for 1 hour, guys. Imagine a 10-hour flight. And if you don't have that plane filled to the max, then you're obviously going to lose money. For airlines who only care about profit, it makes more sense to operate smaller aircraft on those particular routes where you can get a better return for your value. Now, another issue is that passengers hate the hub and spoke model. Me as a traveler, I would rather endure a 16-hour flight, getting to my destination, instead of landing halfway and having a connection flight. You know, nobody wants to do that. It's a nuisance, and only very few people amongst us will actually enjoy that. But for majority of the passengers who just have one thing in mind, getting to their destination, it can become quite a nuisance. And airlines who want to fill their seats as much as they can will operate this model. You know, there's a reason why the point-to-point model has won overall. And also with the introduction of the A350 and the 787 and also the 777X, the destiny of the 747 was already sealed. Majority of the major airlines have unfortunately retired the 747. As time goes forward, we will only see this more and more as more airlines continue to retire the plane. So is it a sad ending for the 747? I wouldn't say so, because the 747 is still flying within the freighter market. The economic value for the freighter market is different compared to the passenger market. So even though airlines might retire it from passenger service, many freighter airlines will operate the aircraft for many years to come. There is hope at the end of the tunnel, guys. It's just a reflection of the market today. We can't be living in the past and continue reminiscing, because times are constantly changing. And who knows what's going to happen going forward. A day may come when we'll be having the same discussion regarding the 777, the A330, and whatever it might be. Everything is constantly changing, but what we can do is treasure the past and look forward to what's to come. So there you go, captains. I'm curious to hear what you guys think regarding the 747. Have you ever flown on it? And if you did, tell me what your experience was like in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for more aviation videos like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.